YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and I'm here with, you guys remember this guy. This is Crash Test Ryan. And he's going to be doing a little more crash testing again, because we had a really cool snake that we've got kind of borrowed from T-Town Reptiles out of Tulsa. Not RT, which is Topeka, but Tulsa, Oklahoma. And it is a massive, this is a beast. Like, this is probably one of the largest retics you're going to see on camera. And I know the only place I think you might see a bigger one is, what's his name in California? Help me out?
Jay Brewer.
Jay Brewer! He's got some big ones. Sorry, Jay. I always forget names. He's got some huge ones. But outside of Jay, I imagine this is probably the largest retic you're going to see on the camera. And it's a golden child. So, Kurt, I don't know if you can capture the sheen on this snake. But it's got this rainbow sheen to it. It is gorgeous. And we're going to have to drag this thing out because it is going back to T-Town Reptiles because he plans on producing with this animal. So if you're looking for some of these in the future, hit that dude up and he'll be able to take care of you. But let's do it. You ready to do this?
Yeah.
So we sit crash test in first just in case it's in a bad mood. But this snake overall is pretty tame. Now people are like, why are you doing that? Well, because if a retic thinks you're feeding it, it's going to feed. And that just lets it know that we're not feeding it. Now as he gets started, I'm going to have to help him. He's much more familiar with this animal than I am. What is the weight on this thing, you think?
About 250 pounds.
So, we're talking oh my God. You guys want to get the giant anaconda?
Just don't put it around your neck.
This is how Matt gets back spasms. And with a snake this big, you almost just got to kind of guide it. It's going to go where it wants to go. Oh my goodness. We are still in the cage. Oh, you wanted the front end to go that way?
I'm trying to go that way.
You want me to go that way with the back end?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, we're still in the cage. Nice video of my butt. We're fully out. Oh my goodness.
You got it?
Yeah, part of her. So there you guys can see just how big and long this snake is. Ah, she dropped down my hips. Twice better now. So, this is a massive, massive animal.
Just lay her on the ground and she'll go easier.
Kurt, you got any questions about this? Look at the size of this. Like, you know, usually I say want to see my balls. This definitely is not a ball python. This is like this is why they're the longest snake in the world. And retics do stay thinner than like anacondas, but you can see, you give them time and good feed, they will get some girth to them. And boy, it's going to give us a workout more Ryan than me. There's some butt crack on video.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go ahead and package her up now.
Pay extra for that.
Don't say that, people might. Then go over here and get that part for you. Oh. There we go. We're going to try to package her up. Then give Kurt a chance to ask two overweight-winded guys questions. There we go. Woo! She going on her own?
Tempting to.
There, that makes it easier. But just get a good view of this. You can really see that sheen traveling through right here. I hope the camera picks it up. Just a gorgeous snake. The colors, you know, they're a darker colored snake, but when you get that rainbow sheen on an animal, just gorgeous.
The back
really
end's
gorgeous.
almost as big around as the fat guy's thighs.
I think it's bigger. All right, guys, that is boxing up a 250-pound retic that still moves like it's a corn snake. Kurt, you have any questions about those?
What does that snake eat?
Well, Fork, will you feed it? What does that snake eat?
So they, at this size, eat either really big rabbits, small goats, small pigs, are food options for them. Basically, anything around 20 to 30 pounds.
Woo! So, and how often are you going to feed that?
About once a month to every 2 months, depending on the time of year and breeding season.
So you're talking it's only eating once a month, but it's getting a 30-pound meal when it does. And in the wild, those animals can take hoofed creatures and they can handle a huge, huge meal. In the wild, they'll eat probably a lot less frequently, but they're going to be opportunistic and they can handle bigger than the 30-pound meal. But by giving them a 30-pound meal, you're helping with ease of digestion. It helps them in captivity. It also keeps them getting a workout. So it's better to feed in captivity frequently, which once a month doesn't sound frequently, but for a big animal like that, it actually is. And do it frequently with a smaller meal than trying to give it like a pig, you know. So, anything else you want to ask, Kurt?
Yeah, so is that snake
Word me out.
full grown or is it still growing?
That snake was produced at T-Town Reptiles in 2005, I believe.
Yeah.
So she's about as big as she's going to get.
Yeah, and they'll continue to grow a little through their whole life, but it's not going to put on much more size. So it's thick. I mean, whew, it's big and it's strong. All right, anything else, Kurt?
No.
You just want to keep seeing me sweat, don't you?
No.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Hey, YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles. I know I'm supposed to say what's up, ballers, but this isn't a ball. This is a lizard. And you may be saying, why are you holding that lizard by the head? Well, this is one of the few truly venomous lizards in America or in the world. And yes, monitors are technically venomous, but these guys have a venom that will affect humans. They use it for defense. And if I let him go, he would turn and bite this thumb. This is a Gila monster, really cool. And why am I showing you this? Because work is continuing on our zoo, and this is going to be one of our zoo animals. So let me put him back in here so you can see this cage with his buddies. And you can see that one did turn and try to get me. The angle makes it look closer than it is. But you can see how these cages are going to look. Really cool rocking on here, really cool rocking on the outside. Like this is a cage that is complete, ready to go. Just needs a little cleanup work, and it would be ready to show. However, not everything is quite there. So why don't we go ahead, there we go, take a walk, and I'll show you a few things that we're working on. Don't mind the mess, we're still under construction. But if we come around here, this is what I'm really excited about. We are still working on lighting. The lighting's all coming from actually a sponsor who's going to help our zoo out. So that's going to be here. We'll share all that when it actually happens. But I wanted to show you my section of the zoo that's near and dear to my heart is, of course, the venomous collection. And as you can see, even though the lighting's bad, we're starting to get animals moved into there. Just drop some keys. We have one of our reds, a caramel albino western over here. Up here we have a timber, and then we got the purple haze, which is in shed right now in here. So this will give you an idea of what the inside of these cages are going to look like, how they're all going to be LED lit, you know, separate heat mats, access from different places, so we can keep these animals safe while keeping us safe while we work and feed them. So really, really, really excited. All the finishing is going to be coming very soon. Our crew's doing a good job on getting these built. And of course, everything takes longer than what we wanted, but it's getting there. And now that we're kind of getting close to seeing that finished product, we're going to share it all with you when it happens. So I promise, when it's done, you guys are going to get to see it. So it's going to be really, really, really cool. So stay tuned. I would say we're just a few away of having a complete zoo and starting to be open to the public and getting to share all of our animals that we have in here, which we just showed you just a few of the things that are in here. And it's going to be really, really neat when we unveil the whole deal. So stick to it. It's going to be located right at our shop, Manhattan Reptile World, located in Manhattan, Kansas. Kurt, any questions about what we're showing right here? Look at the rattle on this. I know I asked you for questions, but this snake has one of the largest rattles I've ever seen. And you can really see it going there. Really, really cool. So any questions, Kurt?
Yeah, how many venomous
Don't bite me.
animals are you planning on having here?
Well, in this section of the cage will be a spot for 9 single snake or maybe double on some of them venomous cages. They're pretty big. Over here, we have to wait on licensing to get some of the things we want. So when licensing comes in, you'll see a lot less westerns, maybe only 1 or 2 westerns, and they'll rotate in and out, and a lot more really neat other species from around the world. Here we'll end up doing some arboreal vipers, and we also have another smaller segment that's going to have 3 cages with some other native species. So you're probably looking at 9, 10, 11, 12, and then a cage with several tree vipers. So probably have 13 venomous displays plus a Gila monster. So 14 venomous displays is really what I'm planning for right now. Any other questions?
No.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.